Qwen 3.8 is here. This is a new open model from the Qwen team. In this video, we look at the Qwen 3.8 27B model. First, I'll show you its main features. Then, we run the model on Kaggle. We test it with text and we'll also give it an image. The best part is we'll use free Kaggle GPUs. Let's get started. First, let's look at the main features of this model. The model has 27 billion parameters. It's a dense model. This means all model parameters are used when the model generates a response. The model is also a multimodal. It can understand text, images, and videos. So we can ask questions with text. We can also give an image to the model and ask questions about it. It can even understand long videos. In this video, we'll test text and image inputs. The model also supports reasoning. It can think step by step before giving the final answer. We can also control how much reasoning the model uses. We see this when we run the model. Another important feature is the context length. The model supports about 262,000 tokens natively, and it can be extended up to 1 million tokens. This means the model can work with a very large amount of information. The model also improves coding and agent tasks. It can plan tasks, use tools, and work with feedback from its environment. According to benchmarks, it shows strong results in coding, software engineering, and agent tasks. We can also see strong improvements in the benchmarks, especially in software engineering, computer use, and coding. We'll test some of these capabilities in future videos. Now, let's run the model. For this demo, I'll use Kaggle. Kaggle gives us free GPU access, so we can test the model without using our local GPU. First, let's create a new Kaggle notebook. Let me name 3.8 demo. After that, we're gonna delete this text. Now, we need to select our GPUs. Go to settings, then select accelerator. I'll use 2 T4 GPUs. Let me click over here. Each T4 has 16 GB of GPU memory. Let me click on start session. So we have 2 GPUs for this demo. First, we need to install a few libraries. We'll use transformers to load the model, and we'll also use accelerate and bits and bytes. Bits and bytes will help us load this large model with less GPU memory. Before loading the model, let's check our GPUs. Great! CUDA is true. We have 2 NVIDIA T4 GPUs. Now, let's load the model from Hugging Face. Let me create a variable. Remember, this is a 27 billion parameter model. Loading the full model would need much more GPU memory. So I'll load it in 4-bit. This reduces the memory we need. Next, we load the processor and the model. Here, I use device map with auto. This allows transformers to distribute the model across our GPUs. Our model is downloading. This will take some time. Cool! The model is ready. Now, we can check where the model was loaded. As you can see, the model is using both GPUs, 0 and 1. Next, let's start with a simple text example. I'll ask the model to explain an AI agent in 3 sentences. Our role is here and the content is here. After that, we apply the chat template. We're gonna use the apply chat template method. Then we prepare the input and send it to the model. Note that we're gonna take the model to GPUs. Now let's generate the response. Here you can see how the GPUs work. Let's take a look at the output. And here is the result. Here are the system message and then the user message. Also, You can see thinking process here. Thinking mode is enabled by default. After thinking, the model gives us the final answer. Cool, right? Now, let's try something more interesting. Qwen 3.8 is a multimodal model. So, let's give it an image. First, let's define the variable for the image we'll use. Here is our test image. Let's ask the model to describe the image. This time, our message contains both an image and text. Now, we prepare the image input. First, we convert the message into the format Qwen expects. We prepare the image. Next, we process the image and prepare the input. Cool! Our input is ready. Let's generate the output. Here, you can see how GPUs work. The output is ready. Let's look at this output. Here you go. The model understands the main scene. It can see the person, the dog, the beach, and other details. So this was Qwen 3.8 27B. We loaded the model on free Kaggle GPUs. We tested with text and an image, and both tests worked very well. In the next video, I'll test the model with more difficult tasks. We look at the coding, reasoning, and AI agents. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now.